Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. All praises due to the Almighty Creator. We thank Him for life. We thank Him for this new day, right? Dear children, wake up, right? Stop walking in your sleep. The past, the great Brother Bilal used to always say to me, is resurrection people need, right? Because the spirits, some of them are dead. May God bless him and the others who have gone before us. Certainly we are destined to join those who have moved on from this temporary life. Right? So wake up. Let us wake up, Trinidad and Tobago, to the broader world who are also locked on. Good morning, and blessings to you. Let us wake up. Let us wake up with that consciousness, not just physically, but let us arise. Let us arise from the slumber, from the sleep that the system sometimes puts us in, of just continual this to that, to this to that, chasing survival without consciousness of purpose. All right, blessings to all those who are out and about working this early morning. We cannot change sometimes what is the exterior circumstances, but we can change the way we deal with things. There are some things that we have power over, some things that are directly in our control. We can improve ourselves. We can eat a little healthier. We could sleep, take some more rest when you can, obviously. And the opposite, sometimes we could sacrifice, right? We can sacrifice. We can work harder. We can put out that attitude and effort that assures any individual of success. The right attitude over time. Sometimes it takes time. We can adjust to the circumstances. One of the most beautiful things about the human being is our ability to adjust. And sometimes we have to adjust. So let us do those things that are within our control, that improve life for us and also our surroundings and our circumstances. Let us sacrifice sometimes the short, quick joy and gratification for a longer aim. I respect those who display that level of discipline to fulfill their duty. You can count on them. Those are the blocks, the building blocks that create a strong society. Those are the building blocks. And we have many gaps in the lives of individuals that need to be filled. We have many a shortcoming within our families. Fathers missing, and I'm talking to a young man yesterday, relatively young, right? Reaching his 40s as well. And I'm saying, boy, look at how many people we know, young men, have gone and left one child, two children, without that father figure, without that support, without that example, without that love. And unless there is something to replace that, unless there is a intervention and explanation, we stand to lose again. We stand to allow a cycle of absence and all that is connected to that absence. So we know the challenges that we face daily. I talk to people and it is a hard time, economically certainly. But along with that are so many other issues as well. And, you know, we understand where we are also economically as a state. And I don't know that it is even possible in some ways to meet the challenges that the people face. But we want our leaders to be mindful of the challenges. And I'm not talking from the perspective of somebody specifically going and be calling because they have whatever problem for themselves. I'm talking about generally within the society, generally for those people who have lost whatever income they would have been getting before. Generally because of coming out of hardship, coming out of heartlessness before, now into a period of difficulty as well, of challenge economically. We just, and I appeal as well, just understand from the lower man who have no safety net, from those who, well, it ain't even a paycheck to paycheck, it is no paycheck. That is the type of love and concern that we must have to ensure that our society could run smoothly. And we must be aware. We must be aware of it. We must be aware. We must connect with the ground, with the people, all of the people. We are extremely pleased about labor and those who labor. All of us try to labor in one way or the next. Some labor trying to do the wrong thing, waste of time, dead end, desperation. But we are pleased, and on the sad day of the 7th year anniversary of the close down of Petrotrin, it was bittersweet to have labor be able to come and speak and be able to enjoy what is to come, what people deserve as well. So let us dig deep in this time. Let us, all as citizens as well, understand the climate as well and help how we can help. Help how we can help. I know it may seem like you try to take care of yourself and your family and you have for yourself, but if you can forego somebody extra to help another family, with something necessary, then that goes a long way. Trust me, that love helps to lubricate the tension, the iron on iron, the grinding of this machine of Trinidad and Tobago. That love and that concern for others as well, that help, as small as you may think it is, that little hamper, that little grocery for those who most of us would have an idea. Some of us have pulled ourselves away from others and live in a closed situation, Reach people who help others then and let them help. Because iron on iron is not a nice thing. Iron on iron grinding is not a nice thing. And I'm not saying a nice thing for just who feels it, but for us all, because it has its consequences to the wider situation. Alright, so I wanted to start on that note because I feel in it, because people reaching out and there's only so much that I can personally do within my capacity. Alright, I max out. Somebody sent me a funny video with I doubt it, just to laugh at, because I would never put it up, but somebody saying, if you're calling me for help, I can't even help myself. Though, nah, pressure, this, that, but sometimes it is challenging like that. So more people must also assist. Good morning, brother. Welcome.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam, brother.
May peace and blessing be upon us and you forward.
Yeah, man, and you as well.
And maybe intelligent race forward, because that we're trying to do right through. To raise me intelligent without knowledge will chain me back.
Yeah.
And forward, you mentioned something that the men and them getting gone down and leaving 2-3 children behind.
Yeah.
And the godly woman in 2010, you see the crisis of that and implement a baby meal grant.
Yeah.
And when Dr. Rowley come in with this calling both they extract it from the people and them to facilitate the recusal.
Right.
And they're asking for where they get any money from. They want to know where they get any money from to give the people and them the 10%. It's from the recusal forward. If you check from 600 recusal, right, forward recusal is a serious thing, when you have NP and recruiting themselves for the family business, where the money going to forward?
Yeah.
When one family inherit 100 recusal and each recusal is over 100 million forward, how it makes sense from we budget by? Where you extracting this money from that you take off the subsidy of the gas to facilitate the recusal. You take away the laptop to facilitate the recusal. You take away the baby milk grant to facilitate the recusal. You're not getting the good roads to facilitate the recusal. You raise the food prices on the people and them on the plantation. Our brother working for 160, traveling from over, using $40 to travel. You working for 160 forward. Eat a doubles and a pie and drink a juice. That 20 gone. 100, you have a wife home getting she period. How that mad self forward?
Yeah.
Design it forward. And the PNM facilitating that for the 1% to beat we and we back. Providing the minimum wage to park the truck, to sweep the company, to pay the fence, to deliver the goods, to offload the container. Forward, see container running up and down coming in. Who container is it coming in? Who buying it? Who buying them goods? They started stop forward. And where they get any money for the budget? From the recusal. From the recusal. Forward. Keep on teaching them. They don't like it, forward. Incompetence don't like it, forward. Forward, for instance, they lost the election. They ain't sleeping, incompetence don't sleep,
Yeah.
They don't like money coming. These men and them. If you forward, the enemy is my friend. You remember when Dr. Rowley said that? He willing to go into anything to make sure the 1% they. He tell Jack Warner, they tell Jack Warner, my enemy, I'm his friend. If he can't get it forward, he gonna mash it up. This is what it is looking forward. Forward, I know you watch the House of Rothschild. Is he Rothschild, right?
Yeah.
You see when Nathan, when this man lady escaped from thing what his name again I forget his name here right now, boy. But when he escaped, right? And them fellas were selling the war bonds that he lock off Nathan Rothschild
Right.
from selling the war bond. Nathan said if he can't get it, he gonna mash up it. He started to sell his other bonds at a lower price. So they had was to come back underneath. He dropped his bonds on them. Right? So this war bonds what was going and sell. They wouldn't buy it now, boy. They had to come under he. He willing to lose money, and the Rothschild don't like to lose money, and he willing to lose, I think it's 10, 15 million he lost at 200 years ago. That is big money now, forward. He willing also lose that from his bonds, why you already own and making money, to crash down this deal here. That I was showing in that movie, that he crashed down the deal, and they had was to come under he for anything. Forward, if the 1% in get it, they'll mash it up, they'll send the minions, And Dr. Rowley is that one, to mash it up, forward. To rise up the people and them. Forward, if they know that you're doing something good, the 1% to rise up the people against you. We had to fight for the goodly woman. The woman had good intention. And she's the only one that oppose the 1%. That tell me something. Dr. Rowley and the PNM, I never hear they talk about the 1%. And the 1% is the evil in this land, forward. Forward, keep on raising people and them intelligent.
Yeah, man.
And the money from the budget will come from the recruiters forward. Bless, right, forward?
Yeah, man. Blessings, brother. Thank you very much. So we just head to the break, and we'll be right back after that. So to stay tuned. Y'all know the numbers 3420081 and 4665391 as soon as we come back.
Some bills on the street 919 FM.
Playway Parang Payday is the order to win more money for your dollar.
The Playway Parang Payday Draw is the way to win more money for Christmas. If a white ball calls, it's removed from the machine, and when the Parang ball calls, you win 28-1 on the base, plus bigger mega mix payouts. Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
Bigger payouts with Playway.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday
from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning on the Street 919 FM.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills pills, and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268. Everybody dreaming of that next winning step. From running a food truck, serving meals on the go, to a whole food chain where your brand start to grow. From staycation, long weekend, same beach, same view, to global destination, first class, brand new. A personal trainer, counting reps on the floor, to be at Jimona, your name on the door. From giving a little heart in the right spot, to donating hundreds to help a whole lot. When you play Lotto Plus, your dreams expanding. Take it to the next level when you start playing. Remember, winners always play Lotto Plus.
Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Merry Christmas.
Starting November 1st, we kick off the Parang and Christmas season right here. Ready to hear your song? Email us your request at street919music@gmail.com with your contact number, and you will get to shout out your music on the air.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launched from King's Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
And we are back. The shortened ads catching me these days. Alright, let's continue to pay some bills. Stop just imagining your perfect home and start building it with Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's choice. Mount Pleasant Credit Union is celebrating its 75th anniversary with the My Dream Home Loan. You can get financing up to a maximum of $1,500,000. Use it for building your dream home or for the purchase of a built property. We're giving you a very competitive interest rate and more time to pay. Your dream home is within your reach. Apply today. Call us at 639-8375 or find us online at mpcutobago.com. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, celebrating 75 years of legacy, growth, and community. This Christmas is freeness for soul with Flow. Get the gift of free installation with the Link Up or Link Up Plus internet plans, or go big with the Link Up More plan and take home a $500 grocery voucher. Offer ends December the 31st, valid for new customers only. Sign up at the Flow Milford Bay Plaza store today. This Christmas, make it magical with PRW Enterprises, your one-stop shop for everything tech and more. Keep your home safe with our 8-channel camera packages starting at just $3,100. Gamers, power up with gaming cases from $425. Mechanical keyboards for $1,025. And monitors as low as $799. Turn up the volume with the JBL Boombox 3 at $4,078. Or blast your favorite carols. I know about blasting all your favorite carols and not too loud. Through Memorex speakers for only $2,500. Need gifts for everyone? We've got Fire tablets for kids for $550. Fire sticks, laptops starting at $2,800, and headsets from as low as $150. Power it all with Aza Gaming power supplies for $550, and stay charged up with a Forza replacement battery 9 amp for $304. And here's the best part. Enjoy 3 months layaway available on select items. Shop now, pay later, and make everyone's holiday brighter. Whether it's a smart TV, a projector, or a generator to keep the lights glowing, PRW Enterprises has the perfect gift for everyone on your list. PRW Enterprises, powering your Christmas with tech, joy, and cheer for all. So, Merry Christmas from PRW Enterprises. And of course, you can go down to their Lowlands store, Tobago, or contact them at 285-9779, extension 501. All right? So let's take a look at the news for those who are logged on, waiting to see what's current in our public space. But first, we'll take a call. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Ford. How are you this morning, sir?
Morning, brother. Not too bad at all. And you?
I'm all right, by the grace of God.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Ford, I must say, I've listened to you from the starting of the program this morning, and you're very, I must say, you really reach out to the poor and needy out here. I always listen how you emphasize the fact, that fact about caring and loving and with us, helping each other and being there for each other.
Yeah.
You know, not many times on radio shows you hear these kind of things, you know. So I just wanted to start off mentioning how grateful I am for you reaching out, always talking about the caring and loving the less fortunate and so on. It's always about love and unity amongst ourselves. And I really appreciate that about you and your program.
Blessings, brother, blessings.
My heart, and based on what you were saying today, this morning, it makes my mind reflect on the CPAP workers, those who were sent home, and I hope everything is okay with them, because with the economy as it is now, and the many people who are home who were sent home, I could only pray that they have found their way, something happened, some doors have opened for them.
Yeah.
I really, really hope so, because it really, really tough out here. I mean, those who are working sometimes finding it hard to make ends meet, much less for those who are not working.
Yeah.
So I pray that God will really open a door, something for them, and
whatever we could do, whatever we could do, let us do as well, right? Yes. Who want to criticize the decisions, whatever taken, that's good as well. But whatever we could actually do to help somebody out, let's get it done. Let's do that, please, as well.
Totally agree with you, Mr. Ford. Just last point I want to make. I saw that the THA election is now on the 12th of January. I just want to ask a question. I don't know. This is me. I don't know if the incident there with the radar will have an impact on the elections in Tobago. Because I know some people in Tobago are for it and some are against it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, even though Mr. Fahali couldn't do anything about stopping the radar from going up, people felt that he should have at least stand up firm on it so that you couldn't stop it, but you could have made at least a stand. So it appeared that he made a stand earlier, and then later on, a couple of days, or if not the following day, he turned his tongue as it would be. So I'm wondering now if that will have an impact in the teaching election coming up on the 12th of January. Thank you, Mr. Ford, and do have a blessed day.
Yeah, you too as well. I am interested as well to understand what the moving factors are in the minds of Tobagonians when it comes to this specific election, THA elections. I know that human beings in general, they lean towards where they feel their standard of living will be best, where they feel as though the conditions for their life daily will be best improved. So, in general speaking, I think that would be in the minds of Tobagonians. Morning, caller, welcome.
Brother Ford, morning.
Hey, morning, blessings.
All right, blessings to you too, man. Listening to you here, I mean, thanks again for the great program. I just thinking to myself while we listening, right? I hoping, that some work is being done behind the scenes, that we could actually see the plans in terms of, we approaching the end of 2025.
Yeah.
And very soon we'll be in a brand new year. So with all the ups and downs we have seen, I sincerely hope that a plan is being developed to give us a fresh start as a country, in terms of, the main issues we have seen, and especially for persons to get employment, I mean, I hope they know the mindset too of like segregation, some apparent, discriminating on persons, that can lead to a positive country, a country with equality. So I sincerely hope that our leaders really looking to make some change so that everybody could have a chance to survive and live and enjoy the life that they work towards. Thanks for the time and keep up the great work, man.
Yeah, man. Blessings. So this is obviously one to watch the THA elections coming up as well. We also had St. Lucia's elections yesterday, I believe, and Mr. Chastity lost, and the incumbent restored his position with an overwhelming majority as well, which is contrary to the tide of yellow which they were speaking about in the Caribbean. So that's an interesting one for some people as well. I wish their Prime Minister the best there as well. And obviously we extend well wishes also to Mr. Friday in St. Vincent. The electorate and the way people think is a very interesting study. We are emotional creatures, of course, and where we feel certain things, we react to those feelings as well. But we are also practical and pragmatic as well, and we think sometimes about what is best for us. And the way that is articulated to us can convince us to make decisions in our short term that obviously impact on our long term future as well. So people throughout the region have been considering and contemplating. Some people have been moved by incentives. Others have been moved by intellect, by what they perceive, by ideology as well. and that's an interesting mix. Now Tobagonians are faced with this decision in terms of their internal governance, how they choose. The thinking from my perspective, it may be positive to go with a local administration that is in tune with central government, because in my thinking it will bring the best rewards for Tobago. And already you have seen a good working relationship, and you have seen the direction of central government in giving Tobago a certain level of not just priority but respect also, and understanding with the allocations that are taking place. But beyond that, the leadership that is necessary to drive countries forward, to drive the islands forward, is one that has to be inspirational, because we are in a certain place where we have to step and stride forward. And we need to stride forward collectively as a people with our efforts. We need to recognize the flaws within our system and our society, and we need to fix those flaws. We need to fix those flaws because they cause us extreme pain. When we leave that level of education, morally and spiritually, out of the human being, it results in pain when those human beings act in a certain way. And while Tobago is somewhat untouched, it is starting to be touched by the ramifications of crime just a little bit. And we need to work dynamically together to improve that. While we may look at the surface of Tobago and the beauty, we have challenges there as well economically, where people are dependent sometimes on the state, and even programs that are not as fulfilling as you would want them to be for a human being. So there's the structural and then the economic climate totally that affects all of us in the Caribbean and even the wider world. So there are challenges, and Tobagonians would be thinking about these issues and thinking what will best serve us, how will it work out in our best interest. And I wish the people of Tobago the best, of course, and I do wish some of my friends in the political arena as well the best. They have come in, some of them at a young age, some of them have the right personality in terms of interconnection with the community, in terms of service, like their lives are service oriented. And I would want them to have the ability and the opportunity to continue that level of service in a climate where central government will assist them for the first time, right? They had to suffer under a central government that was combative, that was extremely combative to them, and that made efforts to undermine their delivery to the people for their own political pursuits. Right? So we'll see how it goes, and of course in the little time frame that is allowed, we will be participating, of course, in the discussions. I feel like this is a Trinbagonian station. Blessings to all my Trinidadians as well, but this is a Tobagonian station also, right? So many people from Tobago are constantly locked on. Blessings. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Ford.
Hey, good morning, Mr. West. Welcome.
Yeah, so welcome. I saw, in fact, I heard the results from Lucia this morning. And I think, well, the people vote what is in their interest, what they want to experience, probably they wish to experience over the next 5 years or so. And I would assume that that's how rational people and reasonable people behave in the current scheme of things. What is in my interest? What is going to improve my standard of living and quality of life? It has nothing to do with what party and the party. No. This is why you have people who are independent. Those independent people are the more intelligent, rational people. That's a fact, right? And therefore, they can swing from whatever side, whatever the other side says that fits their needs, and they are going to vote accordingly. Other people, like a cult, they hold on to their party, the fanatics and all that kind of thing. They couldn't care less once the party in power. Mm-hmm. So I would want to believe that those people in St. Lucia would have made the best choice that they could have made in these circumstances. Bear in mind that Chastity, I think the person who was the main contender, was in office before, and so he was tried and tested. And therefore the people, as you rightly said sometime, it's based on whether in fact they believe that the alternative is a credible credible unit.
Yeah.
So that's where it is. Another thing I want to talk about is that we have a kind of narrow kind of view or perspective as to the world. And we're just a tiny island, and some people don't want to hear that. Some people believe that we on the stage, and because you see, those people, when they're outside, they boost you up and make you believe that we are champion on the world stage. We're not champion on the world stage. Because when you do that, you boost their ego. They can walk, and when they strut across the stage or wherever they are, you deify them and you show them fealty. That is what it's all about. But the fact remains is that we're no major player in world affairs. Understand that. You cannot influence the Americans. If they listen to you, I thank God they listen to you. They do what they want. Not even Europe could those people in Europe, Spain, not Germany, not Britain could influence those people in America. They do what they want to do. And another thing I want to talk about is this question about the institutions of government, the workings of government. And when people talk about a security council, I looked at the Constitution, and I've been studying the Constitution for a number of years based on my occupation, and I have not been able to come up with anything that speaks to the Security Council. The Security Council is a subcommittee of cabinet. That is what it is. And the fact remains is that there is nothing which says that the secretary or the House of Assembly, secretary of the House of Assembly, is to be included there. And over time, we've been identifying certain weaknesses in the Constitution. That may have been a weakness, I don't know. But the circumstances did present itself. And what has happened is that there seemed to be some growing consensus that he should be included in the Security Council. I don't know whether, in fact, that is a good thing or a bad thing. I haven't analyzed it to give my personal view on it. But I'm saying that it has awakened some discussion. It made way for some discussion as regards that. What I want to say also, I heard people talking about this thing about Grenada and with respect to this radar. Mm-hmm. And again, propaganda is right. I am not, neither here nor there, but my understanding is that Dickon Mitchell, who is the man from Tobago, from Grenada, he said to his people that within a couple of weeks he would make a decision on that.
Yeah.
I can't remember him saying that he didn't want a radar there. And until he says so, well, and that is his right. And the people of Grenada, they're entitled to say whether in fact they want a raider there, or they don't want it, and they should listen to him. That is democracy, and one of the smartest set of people in the Caribbean is those people from Grenada, you know. They're smart. They have a number of sterling qualities that we in Trinidad and Tobago can learn from. I'm talking about those who in Grenada, you know.
Yeah,
and those who came probably some years ago, they're very,
now
very.
they say half a Grenada here, you know.
Yeah, but not. But when they come here, some of them get contaminated with the nonsense here. But I know that when they normally they're constructive people. I'm not trying to bring down people in the Caribbean or wherever it is, but I know that they generally they seem to be very constructive people, progressive people, ambitious people, and very organized people.
I see Mr. Dickan had to make again, dancing, and as I describe it, dancing with the devil sometimes is a difficult thing. But what he said is that he has to consult, he has to carry it, and he let time pass. And I think there was a time frame in which the United States wanted the radar to be set up, and it did not align with his consultation / whatever, the time that he was taking, because it would have been very, very challenging and detrimental to him to make that move in Grenada, given the history. I mean, it was going to be placed in Maurice Bishop airport. I mean, that in itself. So it's be difficult. It is extremely difficult on Caribbean leaders in these circumstances.
Yeah, but yes, I agree with you. Because I think he was very very reluctant. He appeared very reluctant.
Yeah.
While not committing himself to it. And the last thing I heard is that he said he's going to make some speech and make some he's going to speak to that issue sometime down the road.
Yeah.
So I take what you're saying. And again, the same Gonzalez, he would have told him that he can, whatever decision he make, he was satisfied, because, Gonzalez and Mia Motley and Penny Beckers, they're very close, they're very tight. And, so he told them, well, look, listen, you could go ahead and you whatever decision you make, we could live with that. Right? So I don't know what the outcome is and but generally I'm saying that that is where that's the state of play. Yeah. And, we have to see how things work out.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
All right. Thank you very much. So just on the topic of January THA elections, January the 12th is the date that has been announced by Chief Secretary Farley, and that will definitely be a hotly contested one. The big news coming out of that is that, let me find his name, Mr. Dinoon, right? Mr. Dinoon, who resigned as the chairman of the People's National Movement, Tobago West constituency, was unveiled as a candidate for the TPP for Buku, Mount Pleasant. So that is raising a lot of eyebrows. Of course, we always look at defections from one party to the next, especially if it's the major parties. And sometimes that signals to the population that the other party who you're defecting from is in a certain state. It also sometimes signals that people along with that individual are moving as well, especially when it is someone who is high profile, maybe influential, and have a decent base of support. So that is something that's being talked about in Tobago, and an interesting development as well. I do believe, from what I've been hearing coming out of Tobago, is that there is a consolidation of forces behind the TPP. They have had the challenge of governing under central government from Trinidad that was dominated by the PNM, but there is that realization that they will be able to do much more. So we'll keep in touch with the developments in Tobago. There'll be a Christmas of campaigning as well, obviously, and then quickly into the new year. Uh, my eyes are trained on certain things when I see them in the news, and this is an interesting one that we'll just touch on before the Parang break. Gas drilling resumes in the Central Block after nearly 2 decades. Development drilling for natural gas has officially resumed in the Central Block following the spudding of the Carapal Ridge 3 development well, the first such operation in the area since 2006. In a statement on Monday, the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries confirmed the restart of activity. So, that is a positive one as well. I think touchstone are there. And just after the Parang break, I will touch on it a little bit further. All right, so we'll be right back.
Of Royal Castle.
Okay, Rudolph, make a right. Then, hold on. Mrs. Claus sent a WhatsApp. The elves are hungry. Pick up a Royal Castle Queen bucket, a King bucket, some royal wings, a family meal, a few combos, some extra delicious coleslaw, crinkle.
Parang hit of the day, powered by the unbeatable taste of Royal Castle.
And we are back, right? So that particular block that has started exploration for the first time since 2006 is being operated by Touchstone, which assumed operatorship of the central block under an exploration and production license following a successful transfer from Shell Trinidad, right, on May the 16th, 2025. So they transferred it and they got to work. They got to work. The block currently produces 21 million cubic feet of natural gas per day. So positive developments, and we look forward to our energy industry, our energy sector bouncing back. And obviously that is what will afford Trinidad and Tobago an opportunity to do better and to also diversify and become more resilient, hopefully, right? Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm alright, man.
Well, I don't have the gas of what it is conversation is about, but I know something.
Alright, no problem, man. You're on the move.
Alright. You know, I just want to let people try to understand a few things. We have something called a dictionary, which we used to use since we're small. And I think that people throw that away in this period of time because we are hearing words bandied about, but somehow we don't understand the meaning. Like, for instance, the word terrorist. A terrorist is somebody who basically attacks the citizenry to get them to effect a change in the government. That's the basics of what a terrorist is. Now, to call someone a terrorist just so is trading. A fugitive is one who is running from the law for a crime that was committed within the country. You cannot be a fugitive for a crime that you didn't commit. So, if, for instance, you cannot be wanted in Russia for a crime you didn't commit, or maybe the crime that you commit in Trinidad, if you didn't leave Trinidad and go to Russia. If you understand what I'm saying. So, I think people need to go and look in the dictionary and realize that what is being said to us is a lot of false narratives. Right? And let us learn the truth. But led.
Yeah, so sorry, just breaking up a little bit there, right? I hope people grasp what you were trying to share with us as well. So this is interesting. I haven't followed St. Lucian politics too much in the past. Good morning to my good partner over there, Ball Hog, right? Who know who Ball Hog is? Well, all you know, right? Blessings to him and to the people of St. Lucia as well. But this is interesting. I didn't know that history was created because the SLP, St. Lucia Labour Party, secured a consecutive victory in the 2025 general elections, making it the first time in a decade that a political party on the island has achieved back-to-back wins. Also, in the recent history, parties haven't been winning back-to-back. Okay, it probably happened before that. And yes, because the ULP under Mr. Alan Chassanet would have won at one point before. All right, so that's interesting, and of course, they won the SLP, won 11 out of 17 seats. I'm forgetting some other good friends in St. Lucia, man. All the best to you all as well. I'll probably shout you all out later and see how the elections treated you all. Yeah, so that is done and dusted, and they have the work now to do to continue on a positive course and better whatever was being done before by themselves as well, for the people of St. Lucia. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning, Mr. Fuad again.
Morning.
I don't want to get, I don't want to banter on the radio and that kind of thing. I just calmly, just want to give my little input because I've been hearing, from time to time people using the dictionary to define terms in legislation, the constitution and whatnot. It doesn't necessarily, and even when we talk about who's a terrorist, when people develop, like I say, Trinidad today who develop policy, or even America, England, all they develop policy, doesn't necessarily mean that it comes from the dictionary. They in their legislation, they would infuse in that definition certain categories of actions or behavior and whatnot that they deem to be terrorist. It doesn't necessarily conform to what is in the dictionary. That is why when you have legislation, you have what you call an interpretation or definition section. If you go to the Constitution, Act number 4 of 1976, you will see section 3 of the Constitution. It's a definition section. It defines what this means, what that means. And it does not necessarily, it's not necessarily consistent with what you would find in a dictionary. So I want to be as simple as possible. So to use the dictionary, say, well, look, that is what terrorism means and all that. It not necessarily, it doesn't necessarily apply to legislation or policy. As a matter of fact, they define who is going to be a terrorist. If they say 2-3 people are going to be a terrorist, or a person who they put that in the legislation or the policy, it may not conform with what you would see in a dictionary.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah, I missed also to mention what was exposed by Comrade Kiza at the anniversary of the closing of Petrotrin, right? And I just wanted to, because it's in the news as well, I wanted to point it out because it is a positive development as well, in particular for Petrotrin workers and of course by extension their families and the entire working class, because it really sets a precedent for the way that working people are treated. And there is the reigniting of the discussions to ensure that land is made available to Petrotrin workers as well, those who were terminated, and that is in keeping with some of the packages for severance that have taken place for Carney workers and others in the past, which is positive as well. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
A pleasant good morning to you. And how are you today? It's a long time that I haven't called.
Yeah, man. Welcome. I'm okay. And how are you?
Trying to be the best that I can.
Nice.
Just to let you know that I think to make a mistake with the numbers in the election. It's 41. They said 17.
They said 17?
You said 17. It's 41. St. Lucia election.
Yeah. 11 out of 17 seats.
No. 14 out of 15.
14 out of 15?
Yeah, so the opposition won.
Oh, no, that's St. Vincent you're speaking about. We're speaking about St. Lucia.
Yes, St. Lucia. The man went yesterday, last night.
Right. Well, I don't know. Maybe the news has it wrong, because it's in front of me and they're saying 11 out of 17. But no problem. I know St. Vincent was 14 out of 15, I believe. You could remember St. Vincent's results?
Nah, actually I didn't follow that. I didn't follow.
You didn't follow that one? All right, no problem. I will try to verify it as well, man. Thanks a lot.
Yes, because yellow is the code, and I ain't doing no yellow is no code, that's gangster thing.
Right.
So I'm not on no gangster thing.
I'm not on gangster thing at all, and I don't encourage gangster thing, but yellow is the code, right? Don't get no
Yellow
worries.
is not a code, that's gangster thing. For me, not on it, but you stay on it.
Well,
What waiting now, good morning, Mr. Wise. Waiting now, Wise logical.
Well, it's not gangster thing to me, and I do not like gangster thing at all. But yellow is the code. Yellow is the code. Blessings, brother. Have a good day.
You have Rasta City, you have 7, you have 6, you have Kamla point 20.
Very interesting. Yeah, man.
Have a good one.
You too. Blessings, man. Have a good day. Yeah. Oh, good. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Peter. I'm really get that thing, but
what happening? Good morning.
Yes, man. When they get that thing, but yellow is the code. Is that gangster thing just so? What is that? What
Oh God!
Is that?
Leave Pops and them now, man. Let them express themselves. Remember, it's since Eric Williams days they're holding on to this PNM, you know. And honestly, in their mind, some of them believe the only people could govern. They have some kind of God-given right to governance. Is PNM to some of them, and you just have to leave them. Don't get no worries.
So we think like some of that 15-1. I think the opposition now government win 15 seats, and the government before win 1 seat or win 1 seat. What I see on my device here,
right,
in St. Lucia, the Labour Party win 14 seats.
Okay.
And the Union Workers Party win 1 seat. And Independent win 2 seats. So 14 and 2 is 16 and 1 is 17.
Okay.
So my device, well, I read the facts, but
yeah,
I do that research this morning and get up.
Well, I'll check it over the I'll tell you.
Yeah,
I'll call any paper's name. The Guardian look like they have it wrong.
Yeah, but the Guardian also have it wrong. Legacy media, talk about legacy media, you know. Then we realize that we are social media, and them still misleading the public. Like if the public is stupid, it is still pointing the wrong things. How can I think?
I searching otherwise, and I really seeing different numbers here now too. Yeah, those probably were preliminary results or something. I know.
Yeah, with Guardian, with CNC situation with them, yeah. But the fact is that the man win 40 seats, the US party in there win 40 seats, Independent win 2, and the opposition, the man who was vying for the government, he get 1. The low is equal, get 1. I want to talk about the 10%, because promises made or promises kept. It is the only government could do this. Give the working class of China until they go 10%. 10%. And that is what we are saying. Look, as I'm speaking to you now, I sit down here in my porch, in my gallery, and you know, up on the hills here, you've been up there, you live up here and all kind of thing. I can see the whole waterfront.
Yeah.
I can see the Twin Towers, Nicholas Towers, the Hyatt. I can see the library. I can see the big sign in KFC, Republic Bank, Royal Bank. I could see EDC, and Berlin. I could see the bus terminus. That is my view on my side here. If you go higher up, you get a more greater view. Mm-hmm. Look at right now, as I speak to you, I see not a ship. No pulling in. No pulling. I just see all them to the boat coming in. When they're leaving, a boat now leave there about an hour ago. A boat now leave to go to Tobago.
Yeah.
A cruise ship boat now coming in this country here. Because they know this country is safe. 800 people on that cruise ship, 800 tourists coming in on that cruise ship. If you walk Independence Square now, you go see them all on the road walking, shopping and and buying things. No, long. 9 years, me come in my porch, my gallery, and sit down and see a boat so big, a tourist boat so big coming into our country. So the 10% deserve it. The working class deserve it because many of us work through the pandemic without getting a token, without getting a thanks under the pandemic. Days upon days, when people were staying home, the government worker was out there keeping the streets clean, putting up cup with cigarette butt, cleaning the snacks, cleaning the road. Where COVID was around, the government workers was out there keeping the place clean from north, east, west, and south. And to see that 10%, the only government could do that is a UNC government. Promises made, promises kept. Promises made, promises kept. I'm very excited to see that. And the PSA get it. And I'll say that I know that I scored NUW. I think that them next, that is Lambert Party, former president, now the president name is Christopher Schicks. Them never take 4% too. Them deserve the same 10%. All the unions who take 4%, deal is what the government has to deal with first. You're going to deal with it, one of them who take 4% after. But you want them who hold the line, who put the UNC government there, who steer the ship for the UNC government, who reject the government, not like Stoughton brother, who take 4% and the weeks, days before the election, he take 5%. That is the Chinese man politician thing. He take it. Now they vote him out because you know why he sell out the teachers. He sell out them out. So no, them now have to go in the back of the table and wait. So I am happy, I am proud to see that the government make a promise to the working class of Trinidad and Tobago, and they're keeping it. I am saying everybody needs to get it, but all I'm saying that the one who take the 4%, they have to take a back seat and wait. You see the ones that will never take 4% or 5%, this is the one the government has to deal with. This is one the CPO need to be calling forthwith and sitting down and negotiating with them. So I want to say this as I close. Long live the people who vote for the UNC government. Long live the UNC government. For 20 years, long live the people who vote for the UNC government. Long live the UNC government in power. Long live Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm saying that the UNC must not forget nobody. Don't care if it's a PNM, IFP, whatever party, a Muslim party, a your party, wherever. The UNC government have to take care of each and every single citizen there. Because that is what they're there for. But I'm saying that the UNC need to pay special attention to the people and them who stand up in the front line for the last 10 years. You must pay a special attention to them. But I'm not saying to put a blind eye to Portsmouth South. I'm not saying put a blind eye to Diego Martin. No. The UNC must not do that. I can't think so. But what I could think to, that the UNC must pay a special attention to the people who stand in the front line with the UNC. And I say long live this country once again. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. We could put you on the platform, boy. Just now, we could put you on the platform. That's a hell of a speech day, man. Go ahead, KFC. What happening?
This year, more. Hello?
Yeah, man.
Long live the workers and the PSA workers and them who stand up and stand up for the 4%.
Yeah.
Well, boss lady, she not in that 10% because she union didn't stand up for that was Lambert, and right now it's Christian is the man.
You mute the call there, KFC.
Yeah, the man, people was in the front line, hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, the people was in the front line. All acknowledge them now. Don't try to forget them now. Because when I forget care, I put a acknowledging me, I come out and talk my mind. Because it has some activists, they're screaming cause us to the ministers for their own benefit. And it has some ministers they try to make the honorable prime minister look bad. Because she really attack on them, help out the less unfortunate. And who have put all the day, all of them want to eat, drink, eat scotch, eat all the kind of things, pour and go like nipples from all the neck and all kind of put corn all the neck and acknowledging them. KFC not going on, so I put up a fight. Especially for the less unfortunate. Who support the government and who support the government, they need things too. Christmas coming. So for what? Long with you and see black. Kings, they say holy faith. Kings say holy in the faith.
All right, blessings. Yeah. Meeting to the needs of everyone within our society is challenging, but it is what is entailed in the responsibility that we advocate for. If you campaign, you ask, you beg, sometimes you go door to door, please give me this opportunity, please give me this chance. That's what you sign up for. That's what you sign up for, and that's what you are also paid for. And you must take a little laugh sometimes at your stupidity, if you want to call it that, for taking on that momentous responsibility. But you have to discharge that responsibility and that duty that you asked for. Too many people, they want the fortune and the fame, but they don't want the responsibility and the work that comes with it. You want the seat, but you don't want the people who are seated in front of you. You have to cater to and deal with all manner of man. Some who have patience, some who don't have no patience with whatever 2 loaves of bread sometimes. You have to explain, listen, this is how I'm breaking the bread this week. Next week when I break the bread, you will get a piece. But this week I have to break the bread for this one who ain't eaten, who. That is the challenge of governance. And like myself, sometimes I can't take it, I can't deal with it, I take a pause, I take a break, I'm mental. And then when I do re-engage with the individual, whoever it is, I say, hey, but I really couldn't take your call that day, But so. Or I ducking him, because that pressure again me there, I couldn't deal with that pressure, and I couldn't do anything about it, and I couldn't even take the explanation of the pressure that you're calling to give me. But I'm in a better frame of mind today. What is this scene? What's going on? How I could help you? Whatever. Or I can't do this now. I can't do this now. And communication is tremendously key. So let us deal with our situations and our responsibilities, not with avoidance, but with the honor and the understanding that this is our job. And I understand that is difficult. And let us also, as citizens as well, be understanding to the situations, be understanding to the economic climate as well, but not be mum, because closed mouths don't get fed either. All right, blessings to everyone. All the best to Trinidad and Tobago. Do some good today, Give at least a good word, and more if you can as well. Blessings and have a good day. Take care.
PM with your hosts, Kempes and Kevin. Be inspired, be blessed right here on the street 91.